I didn't realize I was addicted until I caught myself checking TikTok in the shower. I wake up before my alarm. The first light of morning is the glow of my phone screen. In the half-wake haze, my thumb already knows the drill, unlocking the screen, swiping up, scrolling through the first memes of the day. It seems harmless, just a quick peek at the news or a TikTok for 10 minutes with breakfast. In reality, I have started brushing my teeth with my phone in hand, checking my social media feed in the shower, and nodding along on the couch as the next video plays on auto repeat. It's almost a joke among friends now. Caught you fubbing again, huh? But I don't laugh. For me, this scroll and swallow routine has become as routine as breathing. Yet a nagging thought tugs at the back of my mind. I've heard it said that endlessly swiping through feeds can be as addictive as doing cocaine or drinking alcohol. It sounds crazy at first, but the more I scroll, the more I start to understand why experts make that comparison. Each like or funny clip releases a little hit of dopamine in my brain, and I find myself hungry for that rush, just like a slot machine player pulls the lever hoping for a jackpot. In fact, social media experts and psychologists agree it's designed this way. Our feeds use a variable reward system, similar to gambling machines, that keeps us swiping and watching. Tristan Harris, a former Google design ethicist, literally compares the pull to refresh to a slot machine lever. Each flick or tap is like pulling that lever. Sometimes you get a little prize, sometimes nothing. I can feel the truth in that now. I swipe my thumb, and sometimes my thumb twitches when there's nothing there. I used to blame myself for having no willpower, but hearing the statistics makes it clear. I'm part of something huge. The U.S. Surgeon General even warned that social media is contributing to a youth mental health crisis. These platforms seem to be built to keep people like me hooked for as long as possible. So it's not just me, it's the design. By mid-morning, I'm usually at work or class, but my mind is somewhere else, still drifting through infinite feeds. I'd stare at Facebook posts, Instagram reels, or Twitter threads on my lunch break, fully expecting that one new post would somehow change my life. But of course it doesn't. One reel ends and another begins instantly. There's no page break, no end of chapter moment to remind me, hey, you should put the phone down. Infinite scrolling truly lives up to its name. It removes the natural stopping point. It feels like falling down a rabbit hole. The next thing I know, hours have vanished from my day with little to show for it. Not only does the feed itself never end, but the algorithms that drive it keep me locked in. Every time I pause, the app knows exactly what to show next to keep me from putting it away. It's unnerving how personal it gets. Memes that fit my humor, news that triggers my curiosity or fears, friends' photos I can't help glancing at. A Guardian article warned that social media is chock-a-block with unpredictable rewards, purposely grabbing our attention. I feel that tug in my gut every time a little red dot signals a notification. Like Pavlov's dog, I've been conditioned. Every ping might be a treat, so I have to look. I can almost hear the developers cheering. We spend more time staring at the app, which drives up clicks and ad revenue. I think back to how it felt before I got sucked in. There was a time I could read a book or watch a TV show without my phone across the room. Now, I'm tapping the screen if a show I like gets 5 boring minutes into an episode. Research confirms this. Excessive social media use actually shrinks our attention span and focus. I used to joke that I had the attention span of a goldfish, but now I think even goldfish would get bored with me. Each buzz and notification scatters my concentration. At work, I'll be in the middle of something, say, answering an email or reading a report, when suddenly my brain pipes up, "Go check your feed, something new is there." I'd catch myself holding my breath, even waiting to see if a coworker tapped me on the shoulder, only to realize it was the smartphone. There's a term I heard from a doctor once: phantom vibration. People think they feel their phone buzzing when it isn't. Guilty as charged. No wonder social media experts say users even experience phantom calls and notifications when addicted. I'm not just mindlessly scrolling at random. I look because I feel I have to. If I stop scrolling, what if I miss something? This fear of missing out, FOMO, is real. My friend's perfect vacation photos flash on Instagram: blue water, bright smiles. Another friend's kid takes first steps. I sit on my couch in sweatpants. Online, everyone's life is in high color, edited and filtered. Offline, I'm in the dark corner of reality. Psychologists note that social comparison leads to feelings of inadequacy. On some days, it really is just doom and gloom. I dive into news feeds, scrolling headline after headline of crisis. Each swipe brings a wave of stress. I feel compelled to keep checking. Sometimes I'm physically nauseous after lunch, staring at bad news. I lay in bed, eyes strained, phone inches from my face. When it finally dies, I feel like I die. I began to carry anxiety like an unwanted backpack. Companies have turned our craving for connection into a potent drug. I'd text friends while sitting next to them. I reach for a device labeled social when I feel alone, but it makes me feel lonelier. People glued to social media report more anxiety and depression. Sleep became my enemy. Nights turned into endless scroll fests. Worse sleep meant worse mood, and I'd scroll more. I stopped making eye contact. My friend said, "Someone's not really here, are you?" I'd look in the mirror and wonder, why am I not like them? It wasn't just headaches and back pain that shook me awake. It was one ordinary afternoon, a moment that felt unreal. I was homesick with a cold, lying in bed with my phone on my chest. I mindlessly kept scrolling through tragic headlines and celebrity gossip. Suddenly, the phone slipped from my hand and clattered onto the floor. When I bent to pick it up, I finally looked around the room. The room was a mess: laundry on the floor, dishes in the sink, uneaten sandwich on the table. Dust danced in the light, and I realized I hadn't seen this room in weeks. In that silence, it hit me: I'd been living through my screen, not in my home. Another turning point was a conversation with my grandfather. I reached for my phone to show a meme. My grandfather gently took my hand. He said, "You're here with us now." I looked around, real smiles, real warmth, and realized I'd been missing it all. That night, tossing in bed, I felt a physical ache for something. I'm still not sure what. I reached for my phone one last time, but instead of comfort, I just stared blankly at a game menu and turned it off. The next morning, I made a decision. I needed a break. I put my phone on airplane mode and went for a walk outside. No notifications dinged. The air was crisp. A 2023 study found that even limiting social media for 2 weeks can improve sleep and happiness. Even one morning without a feed made me calmer. I deleted Instagram from my phone. The first few hours felt like withdrawal. After a week, mornings felt lighter. I started putting my phone across the room at night. I turned off notifications, suddenly peace. I tried grayscale mode to make apps less tempting. When the craving hit, I waited a minute. Usually, I didn't need it. I learned to use social media intentionally, not impulsively. Restricting use really helped my brain recover. I slept better and woke up calmer. I had more time for books, friends, and music. The urge to scroll never fully goes away, but I notice it now. I put brakes on the train. I even moved my charger to the kitchen, not the nightstand. I look at others' posts now with appreciation, not envy. Stepping back made social media fun again. The key is choice. Use the feed, don't let it use you. I treat social apps like junk food, fun in moderation. Real life is slower but nourishing. Look away from the screen. Notice something real. Now my phone is a tool, not a trap. Life started when I scrolled away.